Edgar was very familiar with Jean-Michel Jarre's music. Both started their career nearly at the same time. Edgar was very astonished and pleased that Jean-Michel contacted him.
I absolutely had Tangerine Dream in mind when I composed the track Zero Gravity and the first demo. Obviously, Tangerine Dream had to be part of this project. This project covering a few decades of electronic music. We started more or less at the same time.
Edgar thought, oh, what a pity that we did not meet before, that it took so long to come together.
Electronic music came from Germany and France. I mean, Germany with Stockhausen and in the early 60s with bands such as Tangerine Dream, and in France with the GRM, the Music Research Center, with Pierre Schaeffer and Pierre Henry and all the electroacoustic and musique concrète movement. And I studied there this music, which is absolutely the most popular music in the world today. I mean, it started in our countries, in France and Germany. Tangerine Dream even more than anybody else, because they, for me, encapsulate also lots of things that we have in common. This link between technology and classical music.
Jean-Michel came to Vienna and visited Edgar in his studio and had the idea to create something together, to work on a piece of music.
I went in the Austrian country and we spent an whole day talking about the project. I had a fantastic moment and I met delightful people, and Edgar Froese was there with his wife and the band came along later.
When Jean-Michel visited us last year, it was kind of a familiar atmosphere.
And Edgar was very delighted about this idea because he thought, so two pioneers of electronic music coming together, this could evolve something very special.
Jean-Michel and Edgar get along very well. I think it was kind of an old friendship. It's a good thing about Jean-Michel Jarre's part of music. It's more minimalistic than Tangerine Dream, and he's managed to get the magic in music without 20, 40, 100 tracks. I think he only had 8 or 10 tracks, but sounds very huge.
I prepared that track, and then they went into it absolutely brilliantly. And they sent back to me something that I didn't touch. Actually, for me it was absolutely perfect. Tangerine Dream is totally timeless, and we can see in this Zero Gravity track as much Tangerine Dream and this approach of electronic music is timeless.
We started to work on this track. We just wrote down the key changes and notes. We made the Edgar-esque sequencer thing on it and arranged sounds and do a little bit of arrangement, how it could work for us.
Zero Gravity, I proposed that to Edgar. I said, wow, what a great title. It's exactly fitting what we had in mind. So here we are.
Edgar was definitely happy with the result.
I must say that it has been a real dream to exchange, to play with them.
Edgar was very happy about the result of this common piece of music. He thought it was a good mixture of both the pioneers of electronic music.